Okay, we should be live right now. Alright, let's see, alright, I'll just, wait for, some people to show up in the chat. Alright, hold on, let's see, is the audio good? Is the audio good? I think it's good. Alright, right, I'm gonna go to the toilet and I'll be right back. Alright. Okay, I am back from the grave. Oop. Okay. Right, people showed up. Okay, you know what? Forget it. Forget it. I mean, if nobody shows up, it will at least be someone will just probably show up midstream or something. So we're gonna be talking about that Nintendo Direct that happened yesterday, I believe. And in my opinion, it was a fairly actually no, I'm not gonna aim to give my jurisdiction just yet. First, we're going to look at the different games that they showed off, and then I'll judge them based on if I have any personal attachment to it, if people really wanted it, or if it looks particularly good, or if I just give my very bad opinion, which, because people absolutely adore the fact that I give my opinions. And that's code for you hate my opinions. So anyway, let's look at the first announcement. Good old Pikmin 4. I personally don't have too much of a big attachment to the Pikmin series, but Pikmin 4 is definitely a game that many people really wanted. And okay, let's look at this gameplay footage. Like, the game looks pretty good for the judging from the fact this is actually taking place in like a regular house, like a very unknown planet, quote unquote, which I'm pretty sure that's what the Pikmin series is known for. Of course, judging from the gameplay, it looks like it's going to be getting rid of the more pseudo top-down perspective that the series had, and kind of go for a more open area approach for the series, which I think is pretty cool. I mean, it encourages way more opportunities for exploration, in my opinion. Of course, some basic Pikmin stuff like picking things up and whatnot. And the newest addition was the Ice Pikmin. And as you can see here, they look like rock Pikmin, but looks like they can actually just freeze any enemies, and also freeze ponds, which I think is very cool that they can do that. I think they might make for some really clever little puzzles that you can solve. And we have a dog character. Okay, this game is officially Game of the Year. No contest. I'm sorry, if you include an adorable dog character in your video game that is both adorable and absolutely he is a force to be reckoned with, then you officially won me over. And for this gameplay, this dog is fucking ruthless. Yes. Okay, this game is already great. Alright, and you can also ride on the dog. Thank God. Right, Nintendo's. Hey, Spy, how's it going? Just looking at Pikmin. How do I bastardize Pikmin? How do I bastardize? Bastard? What? Jesus Christ, mate. No. Okay. Of course, stuff like horses. The game looks really great. I mean, it's not really saying too much. I mean, of course, it's going to look pretty good. I mean, I believe it was developed in-house at Nintendo. Actually, I'm pretty sure it was. But yeah, the game looks really great. Pikmin. Oh my god, that's clever. Okay. Of course, with the release date of being in July. Forgive me, I cannot read American dates. Okay, good old Shinya Takahashi. And of course, let's get to more of the news. Okay, the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 DLC. We're gonna be waiting a long time for these, mates. Yeah, I am perfectly aware of that. I'm perfectly aware of that. Alright, so the Xenoblade 3 DLC. This one, I mean, I'm not the biggest Xenoblade fan, honestly. Okay, so this doesn't really entice me, honestly. But hey, for Xenoblade fans, this may be something that's up your alley, but I'm not a hardcore Xenoblade fan, so I can't really say for sure. Shulk and Rex are in this DLC as well, and Jesus Christ, Rex looks sexy now. Alright. Okay, and we have Samba de Amigo Party Central. Rex got the glow up. Yeah, he indeed did. Right. So, Samba de Amigo. I believe this is, like, a game... I think this is one of those, a rhythm game that, Sega created, like, a good while ago. I don't really have too much of a big personal attachment to, Samba de Amigo, but, hey, for any hardcore fans of Samba de Amigo, I hope you enjoy it. Okay, and, we have, Fashion Dreamer.
This is the place to glam it.
I mean, if you like fashion stuff, then sure, this may be up your alley. It's just not for me, personally. Okay,
Delve into these DLC.
Dead Cells Return to Castlevania DLC. I have not played too much Dead Cells, but this is hype shit right here. Like this is the most Castlevania that Castlevania fans have gotten in years, which is embarrassing. And it wasn't even made by Konami. But for it being a DLC to Dead Cells and being a wonderful trip into the world of Castlevania, it's honestly really, really good. It looks stellar, and has tons of great gameplay from Castlevania that I like, honestly. Okay, we have Tron Identity.
Enter it.
For some reason, this reminded me of like that IShowSpeed scam that happened a while ago. What was it called? I mean, of course, I'm not really going to downplay
launches first for consoles on Nintendo Switch this April.
Right, I'm not going to downplay the developers. It doesn't look bad. It looks fine. I'm just not really a particular fan of the futuristic style. It's probably just not really my type of thing, honestly. But hey, if you like this style, then good on you. Okay, Ghost Trick Phantom Detective. I have not heard of this series, but I believe this is a old game that I'm sure has its fans. Of course, if anybody's more knowledgeable about this series, is it a series? I could be wrong. If anybody's more knowledgeable about Ghost Trick Phantom Detective, please let me know. Okay, and Deca Police. Not horrible. But I don't know, it kind of looks a little basic for my liking. But having a very open world and the concepts sounds pretty interesting to me, honestly. I like the concept. I really do. And man, there's a lot of random crap that's in this game.
High time. There was a witch and
Bayonetta Origins, Cerisa, and the Lost Demon. I remember this being announced at the Game Awards. I believe before Bayonetta 3 won Action Game of the Year, I believe. And a game based on the origins of Bayonetta, I think is a pretty interesting one. Though I feel like it's kind of weird to make a game that doesn't really have too much hyper-realistic violence when the actual Bayonetta games are beyond sexual and violent. I find that a little bit ironic, but I mean, the character we're playing as is basically a kid, from what I can tell.
Stop an aggressive one.
Okay, the Splatoon 3 Expansion Pass DLC. Right, so the first wave was Inkopolis from Splatoon 1. I mean, I have not played Splatoon 1 because I do not own a Wii U. And I think... And, at first it seems really cool, but I feel like, unless the second wave, does justify, the purchase of the DLC, I feel like it's probably underwhelming. If all you can really do is just explore Inkopolis from the first game. I mean, at least, this basically says, Wii U's dead, ha 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 ha. But, you know, there's not... If you can only explore Inkopolis and just get the gear from the first game, as well as play the small little mini-games and whatnot, this feels underwhelming, honestly. Not horrible, but a little underwhelming. Yeah. But it is pretty cool that, okay, when will they add the exclusive Splat 10 DLC? I have no idea. But I do like the fact that during Splatfests, the Squid Sisters will perform their concerts again. I think that's pretty cool. And this is who the hell just sprayed jizz all over the place? I'm kidding. I actually do recognize this layout now that I okay. Search up Splatum. He's a legend of the Splatoon meme community. Hold on a minute. Let me just do that. I'm doing a quick Google search. Splatum. Alright. Alright. Splatim the Woomy, or better known as just Splatim, is an image of the male Inkling from Nintendo's third-person shooter Splatoon with the sword face. Ah. It's honestly funny. Good old Splatin. But I prefer, Senor Pello's Splatone. Oh god, I'm coming! Ah! This is my kingdom. I actually do recognize this layout. I believe, this layout is actually Incopolis Square from Splatoon 2. If you actually compare Incopolis Square with what's shown in this trailer, they look identical layout-wise. If I'm actually being honest, like I've spent a good amount of time on Splatoon 2, and I recognize this. At first, I didn't recognize this, but now that I'm watching this again, I'm starting to say, oh shit. Okay, so the side order DLC is, of course, coming much later. Okay, and alright, let's go to the next one. Disney Illusion Island. This game has a really fun art style. Like, I know Disney has very dirty connotations online nowadays, but I feel like this is a very rare case where I feel like people would actually gladly pay money for a Disney game, not counting Kingdom Hearts, of course. Like, a game that has a very unique art style, as well as having like a Metroidvania platforming style, as well as having a greater emphasis on co-op. I think it's a pretty cool
Cranny of the island.
It's actually really fun, honestly. Yeah, I feel like it's a game that you can either play with yourself or with friends. I think it looks like a very smartly designed game. And again, the art style looks phenomenal. I love it. Like, you can, I just love, the type of cartoony style that, some games go for, like Cuphead. Ah, yes, the persona of corporate greed incarnate. That's funny. Like, I feel like this may be a rare instance where gamers will actually be glad to actually pay for a Disney game. Right, the Fire Emblem Engage Expansion Pass DLC.
Hector.
I mean, I'm not a massive Fire Emblem guy, so my opinion isn't really something that's gonna really matter. But I mean, if I did hear that reviews on Fire Emblem Engage, they were positive critically, but on the user side, it was fairly mixed. But hey, I'm not a Fire Emblem fanatic. I believe some people do prefer Three Houses over Engage, but hey, at least our protagonist is fully voiced this time. I mean, Three Houses didn't even bother making Byleth actually talk. Okay, and okay, Harmony: The Fall of Reverie.
Harmony between reverie and in this narrative adventure. Harness your
and I honestly kind of like. I honestly do like the art style.
see the future.
It seems like it's a visual novel type of game that combines elements of strategy, I believe. It's hard to tell. One thing that does hold on a minute. I'll be back. Sorry. Whoop. Sorry. Just needed to, get some things sorted out with my parents. Lol. Sorry. Anyway, so Harmony of the Fall of Reverie, I feel like this one did get some people talking since the music was composed by Lena Raine. An absolutely amazing composer, love her work. She did work on Celeste and Minecraft as well. Like, if you haven't heard her work, you definitely should. She makes some absolutely phenomenal music. And she also worked on Deltarune as well. I believe she worked on, she helped out with Attack of the Killer Queen, which is an absolute banger of a song. Okay, Octopath Traveler 2. This one, I mean, this game has an absolutely gorgeous pixel art style. Well, for a game that's published by Square Enix, this absolutely looks phenomenal. I'm a sucker for pixel art styles. Like, I haven't played the first Octopath, but for people who like the first game, I feel like the sequel may be up their alley. Okay, We Love Katamari Reroll plus Royal Reverie. I think I'm not one of those Katamari fans that have actively played the games, but I've heard that We Love Katamari is considered the better of the series, and since it's getting a Switch port, it's I think this is something that Katamari fans can get a huge kick out of. And
We Love Katamari active.
Yeah. And also the fact that Katamari Damacy Reroll is getting a game trials means I can probably at least try it out and see what the heck I've been missing out on this series. Okay, The Sea of Stars.
Find the powers of the sun and moon to fend off evil in this turn-based RPG.
Again, I'm a sucker for pixel art styles. I think they are some of my favorite art styles ever. Like, if you want to make a video game, you gotta make the pixel art absolutely beautiful. Like, I'm just a big sucker for pixel art. Okay, Omega Strikers. Good old free-to-play,
Get out in
game
this free-to-play online multiplayer showdown battle.
Like, this one seems like a pretty, decent time waster. Something that, can at least give you one thing of something to do, and can I just say for the record that I do actually like the designs of these characters. They actually look pretty fun. It's just like the designers, had a great time designing stuff right here.
Change the core.
Okay, and, Etrian Odyssey...
Dive back into the sprawling lap.
I believe, this was... To my knowledge, this one is pretty much the RPG that took form of earlier Atlas games and had a focus of you having to draw the map that you... in order to properly progress. Yes, I have not, played, Atlas's earlier titles, but I have, dabbled in, a good amount of some of Atlas's newer titles. Like, the most recent one that I picked up was Persona 5 Royal. Absolutely great game. Get it. It's really great. Except if you're not a JRPG fan. Right, so, and one thing that is also cool is that if you don't want to pay for all the games, you don't have to. You can just pay for each one individually. And okay, I might sound like a bit of an ass, but I actually forgot Advance Wars 1+2 Reboot Camp was still coming. Like, I knew it got delayed because of the whole Ukraine shit, but I honestly forgot it was still in the works.
Reboot Camp game's only a couple of months away.
This animation
Join Andy,
gorgeous.
Max,
I love
Sammy,
it.
and more in two
Just look at the animation.
full story
art style.
campaigns,
It's
each
amazing.
one filled with color.
Like, the animators did a phenomenal job. Like, I'm pretty sure Advance Wars was pretty much America's first introduction to Fire Emblem before Fire Emblem. Okay, and then we got Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe with the
Dreamland
the epilogue.
Traveler from the
Like, I can't believe they're putting this much effort into a remaster of a Wii game. Like, Hal is literally he's literally treating Kirby super well this generation. Like, Kirby fans are eating so good, and I'm not saying that to be mean. I mean that in the most nicest way. And like, I believe Kirby has gotten continuous bangers over the past couple of years, I believe. I could be wrong. I mean, The Forgotten Land was an absolutely great game from what I've told, and Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe not only looks better visually, but they're also adding all this stuff, including an epilogue, which the main premise is that Magalore lost all his powers and he has to defeat enemies to regain his magical skills back. That's very, very interesting, and that's a really great idea, and just reminds me of what type of gameplay style does that remind me of? I kind of forgotten that type of gameplay style. Somebody is more than likely to, tell me what it is, but it kind of reminds me of like Metroidvania of sorts. Right, and of course, this was when I was like, oh my god, they are doing it. This is like, oh my god, yes! 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 Excuse me. So, yeah, this was something that I alongside many others, really, really wanted. Game Boy games on Nintendo Switch Online. At first it seemed like it was only Game Boy, but then they showed Link's Awakening DX, and I'm like, oh, they're doing color as well. Oh. So, and honestly, I feel like this just makes perfect sense. I mean, Nintendo's Game Boy, was the first instance of, their first true portable handheld console. Like, the Game & Watch, I guess the Game & Watch has something to say about that, but I personally don't think that really counts. That's more of an LCD thing. So, including, this in the service, it definitely does make sense. Okay, and the starting lineup. Let's look at the starting lineup.
The games that will be available at launch.
Okay, the starting lineup. Alright, so, Tetris. Yeah, this one makes absolutely perfect sense. I mean, the Game Boy was packed with Tetris. So it makes all the sense to, pack Tetris in this game. Just makes too much sense, honestly. And to be honest, the Game Boy wouldn't have gone where it would have been without Tetris. So, of course, Nintendo had to include Tetris here. And the Game Boy version is still considered the best version. There's no wacky gimmicks or anything. It's just good old plain as perfection Tetris. Like, no unnecessary gimmicks, no crazy visuals, it's Tetris. Which means it's perfection.
Arrange the Mario Land.
Okay, Super Mario Land 2 6 Golden Coins. Some people may be a little miffed that the first Mario Land isn't here, but... And, I mean, yeah, Mario Land 1 is charming, but it is a relatively easy and short game. Like, there's only, 12 levels. I mean, yeah, Kirby, only has, 5, stages, but, come on, it's Kirby. Yeah, besides, I think Mario Land 2 is just the better game, honestly. It's more fleshed open. Mario Land 1, is still a pretty decent game, in my opinion, but its charm is just, from how basic it looks. The controls are definitely outdated nowadays. So, and Mario Land 2, just controls way better, and so, yeah, Mario Land 2 was just the better choice. Okay, Link's Awakening DX, absolutely considered one of the best Zelda games, and I have played it before. I haven't gone far in it, but it is an absolutely great controlling Zelda game, and the DX version is considered the better version, so it makes sense to include it. Okay, Gargoyle's Quest. Okay. This is part of the Ghosts and Goblins series. I have not played Gargoyle's Quest, but if anybody has there's fans of this game, I think you get a kick out of playing this one again. Okay, Game & Watch Gallery 3. Because we need it. We need Game & Watch Gallery 3. We can't have Game Boy Nintendo Switch Online without Game & Watch Gallery 3. And the Game & Watch Gallery games are honestly I'd say if you can't find any Game & Watch units, these are good ways to play the Game & Watch games alongside with modern recreations. like, it's hard to find original Game & Watch units nowadays. So the Game & Watch Gallery games basically preserves the Game & Watch titles. Not all of them, of course, but these titles are definitely. But the Game & Watch Gallery games are still absolutely fun. I definitely recommend trying them out. Okay, Alone in the Dark, The New Nightmare. I feel like this one was probably chosen just to give Game Boy Color another another hitter. I believe this one was created by THQ before they basically went bankrupt in like 2012 because they made Super Drawing tablet, and their assets got acquired by Nordic, and they became THQ Nordic. But hey, this game does look fine. I mean, it's a technical marvel, I'll say. Metroid 2: Return of Samus. I do know Metroid 2 is a pretty hard Metroid game to get back into nowadays, which is why many people say that you'd be better off playing the 3DS remake, which is Samus Returns. But if you want to experience the original Metroid 2 in all its glory, then it's right here. Wario Land 3. The Wario Land games are bangers, and I'd say that Wario Land 3 was the best choice. Like, Wario Land 2 and 1 were fine enough, but Wario Land 3, I heard it's the best of the... I'd heard it's one of the best. But I only played Wario Land 4, and that game is a banger. Like, if you haven't played it, play Wario Land 4. Okay, Kirby's Dream Land, because... I mean, come on, it's Kirby. But, look guys, look. It's one of my greatest achievements, Wario Land 4 on the Game Boy Advance. And look guys, look. The Virtual Boy. Ultimate classic shit. Guys, you remember Wario Land? Incredible. Of course, they showed off the fact that you can swap between the piss green Game Boy, the good-looking Game Boy Pocket, and the Game Boy Color.
Up to 2
and of course with local and online play. Okay, and the next choices. There's a Oracle's games, pretty good choice. The Pokemon trading card games, the Pokemon trading card game. I find that one to be a little odd. I mean, probably not entirely confirmed if we're actually getting the original Pokemon games on Red, Blue, and Yellow on this. Like, to me, I think that makes perfect sense because Pokemon and Game Boy just go very well together, in my opinion. Like, many people still play Game Boy because of the Pokemon titles. The original Pokemon titles, I mean. And of course, I think maybe it might be because of complications of having to, I combine the having to, use like link cables and whatnot, because some Pokemon are exclusive to the blue version and the red version. But I think maybe the yellow version might be the best choice or something. I don't know. I'm not not an active Pokemon fan.
Will be added in the future.
Okay, Kirby Tilt and Tumble. I feel like this one might be a little interesting. I mean, I know the Switch is capable of motion controls, but this one might be this one might be interesting to port over.
Sure.
But who knows how we'll play. Of course, GBA games. This one is a great choice. This one also makes sense to bring over. Of course, I know some people are miffed about it being in the expansion pack, but I don't think it's a big deal for me personally. I'm stupid enough to have the expansion pack. I have Wario. It gave me Wario. Gave me WarioWare. I'm satisfied.
Game Boy Advance, the games that you advance play and launch.
So let's see. So let's look at the games.
Super Mario.
Right, Super Mario Advance 4, Super Mario Bros. 3. This is the best remake of Super Mario Bros. 3. Like, no contest. The best official version. And They also brought up the fact that all the e-reader levels are in this version as well, which means thank fucking God you don't have to hack your Wii. You don't have to hack your Wii U. It's on Switch. It's right there. There we go. We can play the e-reader levels again. Thank fucking God. Thank you.
No e-reader accessory.
Right. Okay, why? The original WarioWare? WarioWare is always fun to go back to. I love WarioWare. Kurokurokuron. This one's a bit of an odd choice, but hey, I feel like there's probably some fans that'll get pissed off at me if I make fun of this. Mario Kart Super Circuit. The one that, a Mario Kart that just came out. Hey, Super Circuit isn't a horrible game. It's just a game that, is kind of charming, in my opinion. But it has, great track themes, in my opinion. And, hey, at least you can unlock the entirety of Super Mario Kart in this game. Okay, Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga. Mario & Luigi is on Switch. I mean, yeah, it's a re-release, but come on, Mario & Luigi games are bangers. Like, I don't care what anybody says, they are absolutely amazing. Like, it's really unfortunate that, the series, unfortunately, got killed off, from the remake of Bowser's Inside Story on the 3DS. I mean, quite literally. Like, it literally killed the franchise. It ended up being the worst-selling Mario game of all time, and it ended up bankrupting Alpha Dream, the developers of the Mario & Luigi games, which is super unfortunate. Alpha Dream was a really talented studio, and it's unfortunate that this game, that's a remake of one of their greatest one of their best games, unfortunately bankrupted them. Unless Nintendo secretly purchased their assets or something, but I don't know. Okay, Minish Cap, often regarded as one of the best Zelda games, and wasn't even made by Nintendo. Like, I'm not joking, this game was developed by Capcom. And I find that wacky. I mean, 6 games, but hey, it's enough to keep you busy, I guess. Like, Mario Kart Super Circuit, Mario 3, the Minish Cap, and the other Game Boy games will certainly keep you busy. You have something to play. And, alright, we also... Okay. And you can, of course, play up to 4 people locally or online, which is a good thing. And the games that are confirmed to be coming in the future. Metroid Fusion. Absolutely banger game. I love Metroid Fusion. It's in one of the best Metroid games, next to Super Metroid and Metroid Dread, in my opinion. And Kirby and the Amazing Mirror. Pretty great to have that one back. Like, it's often regarded as one of the best Kirby games. And it was the last Kirby game that Sakurai actually had was mentioned in the credits, which is pretty good. Which is pretty cool, I suppose. The original Fire Emblem. No, not the original Fire Emblem. Like, the original Fire Emblem that released to the States for the first time. F-Zero Maximum Velocity. Golden Sun. Yes, spectacular day for Golden Sun fans. I have not played Golden Sun, but I know that this game has a massive fan base. Like, Golden Sun has a lot of fans that they basically kept on asking for a new Golden Sun game. Much like how people wanted a new F-Zero or a brand new anything, what else can I think of? Whatever. Oh, they're also to bring over Mode 3. I mean, since GBA games are on the service, it's entirely possible that Nintendo will finally make Shiksato Itoi actually bring the game over outside Japan and can finally put Reggie's pain to rest. Ha ha ha, I made an obligatory come on Reggie, give us Mother 3 joke. But I think the joke is just something so well known in Nintendo culture that it's hard for me not to bring it up.
Ship.
And gain more information about
Okay.
the original.
Okay, Metroid Prime Remastered. This one was hype. Like, Metroid Prime is often regarded as one of the best Metroid games, and it brought the series in 3D for the first time ever. Like, Retro Studios is an absolutely phenomenal studio, one of Nintendo's best subsidiaries. The fact that they ported over Metroid Prime and made it. Okay, let's look at the game itself. Like, okay, let's see. Actual good moments. Like the visuals look. Like one of the visuals, they actually look pretty good. They don't look AI upscaled. It looks like Retro went out of their ways to literally redo the visuals. Like the game looks much better now. And hold on, let me just do a quick Google. Okay, and okay, and something that Nintendo had the audacity to do. They didn't charge $60 for it. They charged $40. Thank fuck. Who the fuck are you? No, I'm serious. Who the fuck are you? Like this, like I've heard a lot of positive things about the remaster since it actually dropped as soon as later after the direct premiered, and I heard it's a damn good remaster. Like, if you're a massive fan of the Metroid series, definitely don't miss up on this opportunity to replay, Metroid Prime this way. I think this version, is the best way. At least, from what I can tell. Like, it looks much better visually, and it looks like, it controls better as well. Oh. Like, many people, of course, would say, where's Metroid Prime 4? And I believe they did this, just so they can, you know, keep Metroid fans from waiting super hard for Metroid Prime 4 to come out. Because remember, Retro Studios had to restart development from scratch. Like, it was originally developed by Bandai Namco, but Nintendo stated that they brought Retro Studios back just so they can do the game from scratch. I'd say that if Retro wasn't brought back, the game probably wouldn't be great. But since Metroid Prime Remastered came out, I feel like it's reassuring us that Retro knows what they're doing. And not only that, but I commented so much on the visuals, but for a game on the Nintendo Switch, this looks so damn bloody good. Like, I know the Switch is underpowered, but I don't care. This looks great. Alright, okay, Master Detective Archives Raincode. I have not played this game. Man, give me a moment to, calm down. Give me a moment. Okay, so a moment to calm down. Okay, so Master Detective's Archives Raincode. I have not seen. I'm not really particularly too interested in this game, but if you think this is interesting enough to you, or if you really like this game, if it's actually been re-released, then be sure to give it a try. I'm sure this game may be up your alley if you think it's for you. Okay, Byton Kaitos 1 and 2 HD Remaster. Like, I have not played too much of the Byton Kaitos games, so I can't really form an opinion on this, honestly. But hey, if you are a fan of Byton Kaitos, then maybe this might be for you. Okay, Fantasy Life Fantasy Life, the girl who steals time.
Hey.
I heard this was originally a 3DS game, so it's pretty nice that it's getting a HD remaster. But who bloody cares about that? Professor Layton, bitches! Like, I have not played too much Professor Layton, but I heard it's one of the best story-driven puzzle games that originally made its debut on the DS, and I heard its story and its art style is super well beloved. And okay, Professor Layton and the New World of Steam, fell by level 5. I thought you were dead. I got better. Sorry, I had to quote Puss in Boots' Last Wish. But still, it's really crazy that level 5 is back and making a brand new Professor Layton game. Like, we weren't shown any gameplay of it, but they just said, "Hey guys, we're back. We're back, bitches." Alright. Now it's time for me to talk about Mario Kart. Alright, so the only course that they showed off, which was Yoshi's Island. This is something that actually looks really, really good.
Yoshi's.
Like, I think the idea for this is ingenious. Like, I'm surprised it took them this long to actually make a Yoshi's Island track. But I'm very, very glad they finally came around to doing this. Like, the game, like, it looks great, and it looks like it comes directly from Yoshi's Island.
A brand new course is zooming into
Like, this is, and not only that, but the music also sounds pretty good. But you know, Mario Kart 8 music is already pretty good in my opinion. Like I'm just really it got me really excited. Like the new course looks absolutely stellar. Like I'm just really glad that they're doing this. Oh shit, is that Birdo? Sorry for the yell. Yeah, they confirmed that the fact that they're bringing back Birdo, and you can even give Birdo different colored options like Yoshi and Shy Guy. And I saw in the Japanese version of this reveal that they're actually bringing in more. They're actually bringing in more characters in the future. So you know what that means? Funky Kong, Funky Kong, Funky Kong, bring him back! Funk! Bring back Funky Kong. I don't care what anybody says. Bring the Funk Master back. Bring back Funky Kong. I want Funky Kong back. Hashtag Funky Kong for Mario Kart 8. Yes. Yes. Make it trending. Make it trending. Funky Kong for Mario Kart 8. Do it. We need him back. We need Funky Kong back. I'm being serious, by the way. I want him back. Like, he was the best character in Mario Kart Wii. Not only in terms of stats, but because he's funky, and he's swaggy, and he looks cool. Like, come on, Funky Kong. Bring him back. Please. Please bring him back, Nintendo, please. Alright. Okay, and the good old highlight reel. Okay, so Minecraft Legends. This game, as an active Minecraft fan, this game, looks like it's just a good evolution of Minecraft Dungeons. Like, it's not, doesn't look too terrible, but, it doesn't seem like something that I'll actively go like, "Oh, how can Motion get away with this?" Oh! Blanc. This one, is coming out on Valentine's Day. But Blanc looks, like an actual, great game, and I love the art style, the animation, the fact that it doesn't have a narrative. It's literally based on the fact that you literally have to pay attention to these characters and work together. Like, two, animals that are unlikely to work together are forced to work together. And soon, and judging from the trailers, looks like they eventually grow a bond, which I absolutely love the concept of. Like, to the people who worked on Blanc, you get a huge thumbs up from me. I'm sure you guys did an absolutely phenomenal job from the looks of it. Like, the narrative and the concept of it, absolutely stellar. I am most likely to probably pick up Blanc. Like, it looks like an adorable... It's like, the characters themselves are very adorable, and the art style is great. Like, I just love the idea of the fact that there's no true narrative. Check your Twitter. Alright, I'll check my Twitter. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, we're doing this. By official decree of KB. Hashtag Funky Kong for... Oh my god, 8. Spy, thank you. You're the goat. Alright, Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection includes all of the Mega Man Battle Network games in one package. This is an absolute great deal. Like, for any fans of the Mega Man Battle Network games, I definitely think you should probably at least pick this up if you absolutely adore the Battle Network games. I mean, the pixels are smoothed out, but they are still the Battle Network games at the end of the day. Right, Have a Nice Death. This one, let's see, yeah, this one has a really great art style and a great combat mechanic. I really like the concept. I really like Have a Nice Death. I think I might, play it sometime. Okay, and, WBSC eBaseball. It's a baseball game. But you know what that means? It means it looks and plays how you expect. Disney Dreamlight Valley. I mean, it's Gameloft games, so I can't really have too many opinions on it, but for a Gameloft game, it doesn't look bad. But that's not saying much. It's Gameloft. Tales of Symphonia Remastered, definitely a good thing for Tales of Symphonia fans. This might prompt Bandai Namco to actually make Tales of Symphonia. Okay, and of course we have to end with Zelda. Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. The game, like Breath of the Wild, looks absolutely great.
It's my eliminate fivers.
Like, it has an amazing visuals, an amazing soundtrack, and the brand new idea that's bringing in basically looks like it's a great evolution of Breath of the Wild, much like how Majora's Mask was a great evolution of Ocarina of Time.
I am not sure you'll be able to stop him.
Bitch, I'm falling! I have not played Breath of the Wild, but, for people who absolutely love Breath of the Wild, this is definitely something I think that you should, give a try. Like, Breath of the Wild has some... I have seen the cutscenes of Breath of the Wild, and it has some of the best narratives I've ever seen, and the moment where, Zelda actually cried in the arms of Link actually did make me tear up, because it was truly an emotional moment. Also, oh my god, Link and Zelda, nuts and bolts! Link, Zelda, nuts and bolts! Sorry, I had to make a Banjo-Kazooie joke. I saw the joke online, I couldn't help it. And, the release dates... It's coming out in May. Which means, we'll have to wait, 3 more months. Which is a pretty good wait time. Something that people have actually complained about is the fact that it's $10 more than Breath of the Wild. But if you ask me, games are getting much more expensive to produce. And, you know, I honestly just don't mind the fact that, the game is $70. Like, you paid $60 for Breath of the Wild. I'm sure, if the game and definitely interests you, and if it truly did capture your heart, you should, if you want to play Breath of the Tears of the Kingdom, then and you'll gladly pay $70 for it. It's your decision. But if you just want to wait for a price drop, then again, it's also your decision. Like, it's up to you to how you spend your money. Like, games have always surprisingly been $60, surprisingly, or back in the day, because they were actually more expensive to produce. But before they went to 50, because of discs existing, to back to 60 and now 70. Like, I'd say for a game, if Tears of the Kingdom is going to be even bigger and massive and have way more things to do than Breath of the Wild, then I think that $70 is definitely worthy. I think you may get your money's worth out of Tears of the Kingdom. I'd say that this is way more smartly priced than The Last of Us Part 1. Because it was priced at $70, and it was originally $20 that you could play already on PlayStation 5. I'd say that was a bad deal, but if you want to pay $70 for Tears of the Kingdom, absolutely go for it. It's a brand new, it's a sequel to Breath of the Wild, and if you absolutely love Breath of the Wild's story and want to see more out of Breath of the Wild, as well as have much more to do, then absolutely pick this game up. Especially if you are a massive Zelda fan. Like, I have not played Breath of the Wild, but I really would want to if I could. But Tears of the Kingdom is often got. But Breath of the Wild won Game of the Year in 2017 for a reason. So definitely 100. So if you're a big Zelda fan, definitely 100% pick this up if you believe that you'll get your money's worth out of it. If you feel like $70 is too much, just wait for a price drop. Simple as that. But anyway, yeah. So let's get to my final jurisdiction. And so how was this Nintendo Direct? There were a few games that I didn't care about, but there was also some announcements that I absolutely liked. Like Pikmin 4, definitely banger. Metroid Prime Remastered, really, really great. Right? And its price is $40, thanks fuck. Tears of the Kingdom, looking really stellar so far. Professor Layton coming back is great. Right? Having that epilogue for Kirby's Return to Dreamland is great. Let's see, the Splatoon 3 DLC, pretty great. The Xenoblade Chronicles 3, I didn't really care too much about. Let's see, Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp, definitely pretty cool to see that back. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass DLC, with it confirming Birdo, more characters to come in the future, in future waves, as well as Yoshi's Island being the brand new track, is absolutely amazing. Real question, is DDLC plus just DDLC DLC? Yes. But I'd say if you're a DDLC fan, definitely, I'd say you should probably play DDLC Plus more than the original. The DDLC Plus has good quality of life improvements, has way better visuals, and has some bonus stuff as well as the side stories. Like, I definitely think it's a worthwhile purchase in my opinion. Especially if you're a DDLC fan like me. I mean, come on, the first video that was uploaded to this channel, when I finally decided to start uploading on this channel again, was a DDLC video, so of course, I'm going to say this and be absolutely bloody biased. But anyway, yeah, overall, this Direct had a couple of stinkers and some stuff I didn't care about, but overall, the announcements were pretty good, in my opinion. I give it a solid B. Nintendo cooking something for real. yeah, they are cooking something. Like, the main complaint I've seen online is that some people were saying, no new 3D Mario! And I'm like, they didn't announce it. They didn't announce it. You can wait. I can guarantee... Okay, hot take. I'd say that, making fans wait, for, something can actually work in something's favor. Like, having to wait for a brand new 3D Mario game, I'd say that is actually a good thing, because back in the Wii U era, Mario games were pumped out constantly. Like, Mario started getting milked where it literally didn't feel like, they were being evolved. It literally just felt too generic. And Nintendo did the unthinkable. They didn't make a new Mario game for the next 5 years, and they came out in 2017, they came out with Mario Odyssey, and that is one of the best Mario games. Like, I don't care what anybody says, in my opinion, Mario Odyssey is a great video game. Like, you can hate on it all you want, but it's definitely, prevented the franchise from becoming / feeling too generic. And besides, I think that, the game... And, judging from the email that Nintendo did send out, I feel like they are cooking up a brand new, 3D Mario. They're just, taking their sweet time. Which, if they are taking their sweet time, then good on them. I'd say that's a good thing. So, yeah. That Nintendo Direct, definitely a B-tier Direct. Pretty good. And thank God there was no farming games in there at all. We won, guys. We finally got some good fucking food. Anyway, yeah, so that's pretty much how I'd summarize the whole Direct. Anyway, we're gonna be streamed for like a good hour. So anyway, yeah, so hoping that what Nintendo does in the future this year will be pretty good and absolutely banging. And here's hoping that more this year will be absolutely great for the world of gaming. And that's about it.